My name's Cameron, and I'm 1 in 1,000.
I am Kaylee Erickson, and I am 1 of 1,000.
My name is Ben Stream, and I'm 1 in 1,000.
My name is Gabrielle Payne, and I am 1 in 1,000.
My name is Daniel Moncrief, and I am 1 in 1,000.
My name is Rebecca Schneider, and I am 1 in 1,000.
My name is Joey Hill, and I'm 1 in 1,000.
I'm Colin Markwer, and I'm 1 in 1,000.
My name is Hannah Moncrief, and I'm 1 in 1,000.
My name is Naya Caniglia, and I'm 1 in 1,000.
One of the ways I showed the love of Christ this year is going to winter camp with the JHMers. And it was an amazing time just to get to know them and get to see them grow in their faith. One of the most memorable moments for me at the camp was the last night, between the amazing worship being played and the amazing message that was said. And then afterwards, having the kids, just giving them the chance to talk to us, talk to the leaders, and just share their faith and their walk through Christ. Just kind of being there for them and hearing that was just amazing.
All right, so what kind of happened with JD was I showed up one day to Pinnacle High School, and I'd been going there, and I noticed this kid every day. He was sitting right outside my math class, and we had math together, and we also had another class together. And so one day I just kind of sat by him and was just like, "Hi, I'm Ben, how's it going?" And he seemed real hesitant at first, kind of like, "What do you want from me?" And he actually said that at one point. And I was just kind of like, "No, I just here to say hi," and started talking to him, and got to hear kind of his life story, and eventually I got to bring about telling him about the good news of Jesus Christ. And when I told him, he seemed still kind of hesitant, like, who is this kid, why is he talking to me, and a little weirded out by me, I think, but it was still, it was good. And eventually we became friends, and we talked every day. We still do. So I've been trying to get him to go to a youth group for a while now, so I thought See You at the Pole would be a good way to get him, invited and whatnot. So I asked him to come to See You at the Pole, and he showed up, and he ended up getting to meet John and Cameron, a whole bunch of other good guys from the youth group, and he really enjoyed them. And Sam actually stepped up and started taking him to the church, so that was really awesome of him. And I know he really enjoyed that and was appreciative of that. And a few months later, JD had the opportunity to go up the winter camp with us, and it was just a lot of fun, and he really just got to open up there.
Before I knew Christ, I was depressed, and my life wasn't really that good. I didn't have a lot of friends, and it was just all following down. And but then I got lifted up, and my friend Ben convinced me to come to church, and it was like the greatest time of my life, and I came back ever since. I accepted Christ when I was in winter camp, when people were talking, we're in groups with the other pastors, and one of them was talking about how, about like feelings. And he kept going, and he said the words, God had to give up his only son. And that's what shined a light on me, to think if that was my son and I had to give him up, I don't have that much love to give up my son, my only son. So that's what really shined a light on me. I'd like to thank today all my friends that have been supporting me and help, and just been there to be my best friend and just to have fun here. I'm getting baptized today because I feel like I'm going to take the next step into Christ's love.
Yeah, it's been really awesome getting to meet JD and watch him grow with the Lord, and I'm really excited to see what God does through him in the future.
One of the ways I showed the love of Christ this year was in my speech class. We were given an assignment to write a persuasive essay and then present that to the class. So the argument I chose was that miracles are real, and I was able to use biblical evidence and secular evidence from history to prove that miracles do exist every day in the big and little things. And then a girl who is kind of infamously known in my class specifically came up to me after my speech and told me how much it had impacted her and how she thought it was very interesting, and it was pretty cool. One thing that I've learned this year is that I grow a lot from being pushed out of my comfort zone, from having a new job where I travel alone to speaking out loud and giving a sermon in front of our whole high school ministry. I've been able to grow a lot in my maturity and my relationship with Christ, and I honestly just feel like I've grown a lot as a person.
One way I showed the love of God this year is that I put Bible verses on my binder just as little encouragements for myself to get through the year, and throughout the year various people have asked me about them, and I had to explain them and what they meant to me and how they got me through my life. Okay, some other ways that I shared the love of God this year was I noticed that my friend was having a hard day at school, so after class I pulled her outside of class and I was like, hey, can I just pray for you? I know that you're having a hard time, so can I do this for you to hopefully make your day a little brighter?
In the summer of 2015, through my growing friendship with John Kregel, I really felt a calling to ministry in wanting to be able to have the same impact on other kids going through their high school years, to be able to bring them closer with Christ. A few of the ways that I've shared Christ's love this year is by posting verses on my Snapchat story, and I brought a few of my friends from high school to Saddle Creek with me, and we really got to connect more, and I got to be able to spread Christ's love outside of church as well.
One of the ways I've showed the love of Christ this year is by wearing my purity ring that my parents got for me. It started up a lot of conversations between me and a lot of people when they ask me why I wear it and what it's for, and I get to minister to them and talk about why I wear it and what it stands for. One of the other ways I've decided to grow deeper in my faith this year is by a friend and we have committed to read the Bible together, and we keep each other accountable throughout this year, and we're trying to get through it together. And she lives in a different state, but we are still able to communicate and hold each other accountable to that commitment. It's helped me because it's opened up a few things that I didn't know about what I believe in and what God has done and just the things that He's capable of doing. It's opened up my mind, and I'm able to see more clearly kind of why things happen and why everything is the way it is.
So I've been collecting $5 McDonald's gift cards to give to the homeless when our church goes down and gives them food and water and clothes. I give them this to help with their necessities and help them survive. I decided to do this because I wanted to show them that there are people that care and there are people that realize the need that they're in. When I give them the gift card, it makes me feel very happy because I'm able to see the joy on their faces and realize how much this has impacted their life. Even though it's just a simple $5 gift card, it really brings a lot of joy into their day. This affects the homeless group of people because normally they're not used to getting something that can help them go and make them feel more normal by going to a restaurant where they can get food and get drinks. And this helps God's kingdom because it shows these people that, especially when we go as a church, that people of Christian faith realize that they are in need, and it shows them God's love, and hopefully a few of them will, through that, want to learn more about Christ and want to be leaded to His love.
I wrote an essay that my language arts teacher read in front of the whole class, and it really touched their hearts. I asked my school friends to church events and in church.
I participated in a lot of service projects like All Church Work Day, adopting a family and giving presents to them, and playing with the little kids, and also Hope Kids, which was at Bumblebee Ranch. So we also worked at houses where we would clean their house up and just make it easier for them, and we one time decorated someone's house for Christmas and got the lights up and their tree up. And so we did a thing called See You at the Pole, where at a school you would go and pray at your flagpole, and I asked people to pray with me when I was there, and I got some people, and I'm pretty proud, and we prayed. And then also I've invited some friends to church, and they've come before, and doing all these service projects kind of just inspires them to do it. So I invited one of my friends to come, and it was really comfortable because Northridge really encourages you to do it, to bring people and learn about God and Jesus. So it was really comfortable because I want to do the best for my friend and make sure they learn Christ and love Him. So it was really easy, and I thought I was doing something good because that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to bring people to church and love Him, and JHM made me feel comfortable bringing my friends.
So after going down to Second Saturday and feeding the homeless, I actually realized how many homeless people there were, and it affected me because I knew I had to do something about it. And so what Jacob and I did, my friend, we went to the assistant principal and one of our teachers, and we asked if we could put together a water bottle drive for the homeless. And overall, when it was done, we raised over 800 water bottles. And for us, that was pretty huge because there may not be enough water bottles for every homeless person, but I know that it was at least affecting somebody and giving them hope for the next day. And then before that, 1 or 2 months before that, Jacob and I, we were asked by our assistant principal of the school to do a See at the Pole every month. And for us, that was extremely huge because this is a public school and you don't really see that in public areas. And so, but that was just really huge. And so we did it. Every second Tuesday of the month, we did See at the Pole. And we might not have gotten a lot of people, but I know that it was just awesome to worship God without worrying about it, and just knowing that you're surrounded by your fellow brothers and sisters.